We'll go ahead and start with Paul.
Coach asked Keyshawn obviously about the opening of the second half, and he said he thought Florida came out more hungry than y'all did. What did you kind of see in that 17-0 run from your team?
I just didn't expect it. We in the first half we were frustrated with ourselves offensively. I thought we set the tone and had a good defensive first half. We rebounded the ball very well in the first half, and that was a big goal for us. And for whatever reason, we were just out of sync in terms of all five guys, when we're going into from defense to offense and what we're trying to run and what we're trying to do. We just weren't all where we needed to be every time. It wasn't one guy. It was just one time it was this guy, one time it was the next guy. And it was frustrating for us because we just didn't feel like we were giving ourselves the best chance to take advantage of what we were trying to do against their defense. And certainly, being 2 for 15, from three at halftime and having Cameron get his second foul with 7-something left, you're almost like, hey, we kind of survived it a little bit that way. And then, the locker room was pretty animated by players and coaches in a really positive way. Made a couple slight adjustments to what they were doing against us. And for whatever reason, we just got off to a horrible start. Cameron getting his third, first or second possession, into the game certainly didn't help. Kind of deflated some people, in my opinion, and he's such a big part of our personality and our spirit on the court, but we had to play plenty of stretches without him, but we just didn't react very well to the start of the second half.
Go down the line with Benjamin and then Sam.
Building off that, you take a timeout a couple minutes into the half after a few turnovers, and Florida goes on that run, and then just things sort of keep snowballing, and you take another one just a couple minutes later. What was your message to the group during that first timeout, and where do you feel like they maybe weren't able to respond after that initial run for Florida?
At that point, I was trying to get a rise out of them. At that point, I was challenging them. I was a little shocked. I just was shocked that that's how we were playing. We just didn't have the type of urgency and fight that we showed the majority in the first half from where I sat. And I may feel different when I see the film, but we let, a couple made shots by them, directly affect our energy in a negative way. And you can imagine us over the course of the season talking about, that getting to the next play and not, letting one mistake compound into another and, just keep playing, keep competing and just not get thrown off by, things of that nature. And we obviously didn't do a very good job of that. The game changed quickly. The momentum changed right from the jump out of the gate. And then at that point, they had all the energy and all the vibe, and we were just trying to figure out a way to, climb back into it, which in the end we never did.
The turnovers haven't really been an issue for this team this season, but were tonight, especially kind of early in that second half when Florida went on that run. Is there anything you can point to right now as a reasoning for that, or too soon to tell, sort of?
Yeah, I don't know what we had at halftime. It was a fairly manageable number, but that was a big part of why, they went on the run. We're just giving them the ball and giving them extra possessions. And like you said, it's been a decent stat for us. It's been a great stat in the non-league. It's been, okay in the SEC. But, when you're giving the team more opportunities, especially, live ball turnovers, which is the hardest thing to guard.
Go to the corner and coach's right.
Yeah, A few of these SEC losses, I've seen you guys struggle to both make and defend threes. Just how much more difficult is that making things for you guys right now?
Yeah, it's been a theme, unfortunately, for us. You know, when teams make, 14, 15, 16 threes, it's certainly hard to overcome. We've definitely spent a lot of time tweaking our defense to try to limit some of the attempts. But there in the second half, to the start of the game, it obviously didn't work very well.
Go to Jacob in the second row to the right.
Coach, you've had a tough 9-game stretch. I guess what is your concern level right now, and kind of what can you do? What can you guys do to kind of get back on track?
I'm certainly concerned. I'm a little shocked because we had a great practice yesterday. We're coming off a very tough, well-earned road victory. The vibe was really, really good. Shoot-around was one of the better ones we've had. They were excited. Their togetherness was showing. And I thought, for the most part, other than what I just said about our offense in the first half, that we were playing okay, pretty good at times. We were, as a staff, tell them that, disappointed that, it was only a 1-point game. We thought, we'd play a little bit. We had a chance to, have a bigger margin, but we didn't, my experience with these guys is, tomorrow will be an off day for us because we don't play till Saturday, and, we'll regroup Thursday afternoon and, talk about where we go from here, and certainly we're well aware of what's next for us.
Anything else before we let him go? All right, we'll see you Thursday.
Thanks.